Is our legal system just? In the final section of this lecture, we're going to review how social psychologists measure people's perceptions of the criminal justice system in the USA and in other cultures. In terms of the outcomes produced, people disagree about the goals of imprisonment. Judges and other industry professionals tend to believe that punishment incapacitates offenders and deters them from committing future crimes. Citizens, on the other hand, tend to believe that the goal of punishment should be for criminals to pay retribution for their misdeeds. Social psychologists also measure perceptions of the procedures used to produce these outcomes. Generally, people are more satisfied when decision and process controls are high. For example, when they have a voice in the proceedings, are treated with respect, and are judged by an impartial decision-maker. Process control tends to be higher in what is called the adversarial model, when the prosecution and defense present opposing sides, and it tends to be lower in the inquisitorial model, when a neutral investigator gathers evidence from both sides and presents the findings. For this reason, the adversarial model is usually preferred and seen as more just. It's important to note how the criminal justice system in the U.S. is different from those in other cultures. The most obvious difference is that the laws vary across culture. Each one enacts laws that reflect its unique norms, customs, and values. Second, cultures vary in the processes and procedures they use to operate the system. Another difference is that, in some cultures, judges and juries are asked to consider cultural defenses. And finally, the consequences of breaking the law vary across the globe. For example, consider the death penalty. About 100 countries prohibit the use of this punishment, while a handful allow it only for heinous crimes. Another 30 or so allow it, but don't actually use it. And about 50 countries allow it and use it. By studying perceptions of justice and cultural differences, social psychologists and other experts can better understand the pros and cons of various systems. Congratulations! You've finished the final lecture and the final video in this course. Now it's time to return to Blackboard and finish the final assignments.